Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a short break from our derail valley adventures. I'll be going from the rail up into the air. Once again in Microsoft Flight Simulator, we're currently located on the ground at the Greek island of Samos, which is known for its challenging approach, and that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're not going to fly anywhere, we're not going to have a cruise section or anything. We're just gonna take off from the airfield and then right away fly the approach back onto runway 09. So we're here in the cockpit, and it's been a while since I've flown this monster, so hopefully everything goes according to plan. I'm quite confident, but yeah, I'm gonna make mistakes and just hope that the mistakes we're gonna make are small and non-lethal, especially non-lethal. So let's pull up the charts for a second and have an overview at what we're gonna do today. So Lima Golf Sierra Mike is, oh no, we're gonna need the airports list. Okay. LGSM GSM Samos. Now the thing is, in Navigraph we can have a look at the VOR DME approach, but only up until a certain point. The final approach into Samos is a visual one, and unfortunately Navigraph doesn't supply the visual part of this approach, but the internet does. So the plan for today is we're gonna take off at runway 09. Immediately before we enter into Turkish airspace, we're gonna have a left turn onto heading 340, which is the counter heading to this one, 160, climbing to 6,000 feet, and then turn around and cross the VOR, heading or tracking 160 degrees at 6,000, and then fly the approach up until here, which is 4 DME. And then, no, that's wrong. I want to have this one. And this is the visual part. This is, I don't know where this chart is from. It might be like airline specific, like from an airline and not official. But that's what I found, and that's also the approach I know with all the visual references here. So, again, we're gonna cross the VOR at 6,000 feet, then descend to 3,000 feet, up to a distance of 9 DME to Samos. We're gonna turn around back towards the VOR on the 179 radial, so 359 degrees inbound, and start our descent. And we're gonna configure pretty early, so you can already see here in the turn one have flaps 15-20 roundabout. I don't know what aircraft this is in reference to. I guess we're gonna go like flaps. What are my the stages of flaps here? So yeah, we can go to flaps 15, and then on the inbound part here flaps 28, and configure the flaps 40 right before we enter the final, the visual part of the approach. Let's get back to our chart here. So we want to be fully configured, gear down, flaps full at this point for DME to Samos. Then do a left turn about heading 325. So we're not gonna go exactly 325 degrees, but rather be on the lookout for this little village, which is perfectly visible in the flight sim. And we want to go on the left side and beam the village. We want to have 1100 feet. Then we either have to set the HSI to 060, or we're just having a look at the RMI. And when we're crossing the 240 radio, we want to have 900 feet and start our right turn. Having a look out for the shed with the white roof. It's a big building, big white building, pretty much the only building that's there, so that's also very much visible. Want to cross it at 400 feet and then have a very, very short straight in final towards runway 09. That's the theory. Good, so let's close that. And let's get things started. Turn on the iPad. Oh man, it's really been a minute since I've flown this plane. So forgive me if I get stuck at some point. But first thing we do is we're turning on the battery, locking the battery. We're not gonna do fire tests today. Just checking. Gears down. Flaps are up. Spoilers are in. And that's all looking good. So, starting the APU. Starter pump comes on. This will all stay off for now. No smoking signs are already on. That's good. The air is off. So looking good. So let's start the APU. There is. RPM is coming up. And also the EGT is starting to come up. So 100% APU power is available. EGT around 400 is also looking good. So we're coming back to run. And was the right aft pump should come on. Starter pump off. So this comes on, and
autopilot.
This comes on. Cool, let's get some air conditioning. Oh, this comes on, this goes to auto. Are you coming? So there's pressure here, definitely. And where's the pressure here? Is it normal that it takes a while? Man, I can't remember. Well, let's continue for now. Seatbelt signs are on. We want to turn on the emergency lights. Well, let's also test the emergency lights.
PA and emergency light test.
Emergency lights okay.
That's good. Back to on. Oh, I know what's happening. We have to open these valves. pneumatic crossfeed valves, and we're having pressure in the system. Awesome. So we're not gonna bother with most of the stuff here, so we're not setting the flight recorder, also we're not setting the pressure system, since we're staying at 6,000 feet max. So there's no need for that. So let's quickly come up here to the weight and balance page, and let's set this. So let me have a quick check. What is my subscriber count at the moment of recording? Because you're all coming with me. We're all in this together. So 34 poor souls are subscribed to me. And y'all sitting in the front. Yeah, clicking through the pad. So 34 here. 0 here. We can leave the cargo. And I guess we can also leave the fuel. So we're not super light. That's way more than we need for today's flight. But yeah, again, we don't want to be excessively light. So that's looking good. Also, let's go to here. Fuel on board. Let's request fuel. And continue setting up the aircraft. Also we want to have the windshield anti-ice on. Already closed the door. The cockpit door. And all the rest seems pretty much set for the time being. Let's come to the glare shield. The flight directors 1 and 2 come on. Also position light comes on since we got the aircraft energized. Everything else stays off for the moment. Let's already set the VOR frequency 111.6 on both sides. So that's 111.6 on the left side and also on the right side. Now initially we want to set this course, but we're not gonna set 160, we're gonna set 340. And the reason for that is inbound we want to have 358, and when we have 340 set, we only have to change at 18 degrees, and this is very slow to set, so I don't want to go like 160 degrees off. That's gonna take too long. We're only single pilot flying today. Our co-pilot could do that, but since we don't have one, we have to do it ourselves, and that would take too long. For the HSI, it doesn't really make a difference if it's set on the inbound or outbound course. So 340 on the left side and 340 on the right side. The other chart that we have, the visual chart, says 161, but that doesn't make a difference for us, for our purposes today. We're gonna fly the whole thing manually, so it's not gonna be too precise either. So 160, 161, we don't care. So 340. Speed, we're gonna leave for now. We're gonna set that when we have all the calculations done. Heading for now is gonna be 091, I think. No, it's 090. Okay. Again, this is all just for reference for us, since we're not going to use the autopilot today. I'm gonna set it 6,000 feet already. Good. So now let's come down to the FMS. Just doing a quick setup. Again, we don't need to set any route today. Just the weight and balance stuff. Let's quickly check that MD-88. This is all up to date. First in it, we're gonna take the GPS position. Route is gonna be Lima Golf, Sierra Mike. Departure and destination. Runway 09. No legs, anything. Menu. No, not menu. I want this one. Yes, performance initialization. So, let's check this. Seem to be fueled up. So we can also start boarding. Let's go to the weight and balance page. This is all set. So we're expecting a takeoff weight 47,451. We're having a cross weight here 47,750, minus the taxi fuel. So fuel scheduled is 6 tons and norm cross weight 47.45, we said 47.5. So that's all set. Reserve, we got 4 tons. Doesn't matter. Cruising at 6,000. Cruise wind we're not gonna set for now. Let's check the weather real quick. 8 is on 127055.
Samos Airport information, Whiskey 09er 00 Zulu. Wind 015 at 14. Visibility, tree. Sky condition, clear. Temperature, tree 2. Dew point, 10. QNH 29er decimal 65. Visual runway 9er in use. Landing and departing runway 9er. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have Whiskey.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my
Samos Airport information, Whiskey 09er 00 Zulu. Wind 01.
Items must be placed completely under the seat in front of you or in an overhead compartment. Use caution when
So that seems about right. Elevation of 30.
Please let us know if
Upper
you
elevation is 19.
To expedite the
That's good
boarding
enough for
process,
us.
please be seated as quickly as possible after storing your carry-on items. Take a moment to review the safety instruction card on your seat.
So this also has to be set to 9. That's not 6.5.
Also like to review the exit row seating requirements. If you are seated in an exit row, you may be required to assist the crew in an evacuation. If you are unwilling or have a condition which would hinder you from performing
Temperature
functions
3.1.
just please
According to the 80s is 3.2.
all cellular
That's
telephones
okay.
and other portable electronic devices, such as CD players,
Good, we want to go here. So ease deviation is plus 17 degrees. Since ISA is 15 degrees.
For everyone's safety, regulations require your compliance with all lighted signs, placards, and signal instructions. Once again,
So that's good. Wind was. Let's check that here.
Please
02014.
turn off all portable electronic devices
So
stored until we have arrived
as always, we're going double the wind speed and plus 30 degrees in the northern hemisphere for the cruise wind. That's a rule of thumb. So we're going 050 at 28 as the cruise wind. Don't really matter for our purposes today. Transition altitude can stay at this. We're gonna stay at the local QNH. Let's go to the takeoff page. This can close. This can close. Let's set the performance. Airport again, Lima Golf, Sierra Mike, runway 09er. Conditions dry, flaps optimum. Wind is 0. Yeah, 020
Ladies and gentlemen,
at
my
14.
pleasure to welcome you aboard.
QNH
Federal regulations require that
04
items must be required to close in the aircraft door. Items must be placed between 30 feet and
1004.
from you or in an overhead compartment. Use caution when placing or removing
Takeoff
items
weight
from an
was
overhead compartment. Please let us know if we
47450.
may assist you. To expedite the boarding process,
Outside air
please
temperature
proceed as
is
quickly as
31.
possible for storing your carry-on items. Take a moment to review the safety instructions.
That's good,
following
let's
the seatbelt
calculate
sign.
that.
Passengers seated in rows 25 and
We're
26
flexing at
are also asked
flaps
to review the exit
13,
seating requirements.
flex temperature
If you are
50,
seated in an
1
exit row, you
18,
may be
23,
required to assist the
32.
crew in an evacuation. If you are unwilling or have a condition which will hinder you from performing
So
the
118,
just please have to be reseated.
23,
All cellular telephones
32,
and all portable
and
electronic
pre-flight is
devices,
complete.
such as CD players and laptop computers, must be turned off
So
and
let's
secured
set
for
this.
flight. Additionally, we require that
118,
all passengers keep their seatbelts fastened at all times while seated and any
32.
non-fastened
That's
seatbelt
good.
sign is eliminated. For everyone's safety, regulations require your compliance with all lighted signs, placards, and crew member instructions. Once again, welcome aboard.
So AIT off for the flex takeoff. Set the temperature 50 degrees. That's good. Want to have flaps 13 set. That's taking quite a long time. Flaps 13 is set. For the trim, flaps 13 is set. And the CG. Takeoff CG is at 16 roundabouts. And that's also set. So let's set the trim. Right next to this marker. That's set. Good. Are we ready? So only door open is the aft door because we can't close that without hydraulic power. So let's get the electric pumps on. This will also raise the flaps. These are down because the gravity. If there's no hydraulic power in the system, they're just dropping with gravity. So once we turn that on, these should raise. So pressure's coming up here and the flaps are raising also. Transition pump is on, so both sides are now pressurized. And we're gonna leave that on for the flight, just for redundancy. Nice. So we can close that. And all doors, hatches are closed. Good. Thank you very much. And I guess with that, we should be ready for the startup. So let's have a quick look. What warnings do we have? But that's all to be expected. Of course, the engine generators are off. Oil pressure is low. Pitot stall heat we're gonna turn on once the engines are running. Oil pressure is low. Fuel pressure is low because the pumps are off. Flight recorder is coming on once the engines start. And parking brakes are on. So that's all to be expected. So external power is off. Galley power can come on. That's all looking good. I'm not sure if the air should stay on for the engine start, or if this is the air for the air conditioning only and the bleed air is still on. We're just gonna leave that on and turn the packs off for the startup. And other than that, we're gonna go to System A for today. All fuel pumps come on, the center ones stay off, since we only got 25 kilograms in the center tanks, which is pretty much empty. Anti-collision. Is the anti-collision the red light? Should be, right? Yeah. When this is on, the chocks are removed. Good, so we are pretty much ready for the engine start. So that's where we want to go. Let's push. Again, pushback without a tow truck and without announcement. Okay. Releasing the parking brake. And let's start. Oh wait. Packs come off. Let's try that again. That's looking better. Yes, that's exactly what I meant by I haven't flown this plane in a while. What if we turn the air off here? Parking brake set. Oh, okay, we have to do it, yeah. I used the mouse button, but we have to use the mouse wheel so it holds this position. Good, okay. So max RPM. Introducing the fuel. So RPM is rising, EGT is rising slowly. Here. Good light off. And one also rising. So with that, close that, open that. Also set this for takeoff. And max motoring, introducing the fuel. Well, that's not good. What was that? But no fire warning. What's going on here?
Ladies and gentlemen, if I could please have your attention to review some important safety information. In preparation for departure, be certain that your seat back is straight up, your tray table is stowed, and that your carry-on items are placed completely under the seat in front of you. Or
I never had that before. What was
For
that?
everyone's safety, regulations require compliance with all lighted signs.
These are not the sounds I want to hear.
To fasten your seatbelt, place the metal fitting into the buckle and adjust the strap so it fits low and tight across your hips. To release, lift the faceplate of the buckle. Please review the safety instruction card in the seat pocket in front of you. It explains
What's
the
that?
safety
300
procedures
degrees.
for
Are you on fire?
seat cushion serves as an approved flotation device. To remove it, pull up and take it with you to the nearest suitable exit. After exiting the aircraft, place your arms through the straps and mount the cushion to your chest.
Okay,
There
let's
are 8
try that
exits
again.
aboard the aircraft. 2-door exits at the front of the cabin, 4 overwing exits, 1-door exit, and 1 tailplane exit at the rear of the cabin. Take a moment to locate your nearest exit, keeping in mind that it may be behind you. If there's a loss of electrical power, low-level emergency lights will illuminate. All exits are indicated by lighted exit signs and by 4-level lighting.
20%
Please
fuel
take
on.
loss of cabin pressure. Oxygen mask will be
No.
released from overhead. To start the flow of oxygen, reach up and pull the mask towards you. Release. 45 on either side of the mask to tighten. Plastic bags mounted to inflate may also be useful. Be sure to secure your mask first before assisting others. As a reminder, smoking is not permitted in any area of the aircraft at any time. Tampering, disabling, or destroying a lavatory smoke detector is prohibited by law. On behalf
Okay.
of the flight crew, welcome aboard. We hope you enjoy your flight. Thank you.
Okay, what is that? It was super hot. I don't get it. Did we break the engine last time?
Please let us know if we may assist you.
Good,
To
very
expedite
good.
the boarding process, please be
So
seated
we've
close to the
reboarded,
top left
refueled the
corner of
aircraft.
the
I've loaded the flight
Take a moment
from
to
the
review
menu.
safety instruction card on your seat back
So
pocket.
started again from cold and dark.
25 and 26 are also active
And
seated
now
exit row
let's
seating
hope
requirements.
everything works.
If you are seated in an exit row, you may be required
Also
to
cool
proceed to
detail,
an
I think
evacuation. If
we're
you are
pointing
unwilling
north,
or
the
have a
wind is
condition
coming
which
from
would
the
hinder
north,
you from
so
performing the functions described
we
above,
get some N1
please
rotation.
be seated.
Just very slightly. So that's really cool that that's simulated. But I think we're now on the parking stand, and from here we're gonna attempt to start engine number 1. And if that doesn't work, I have to just find out how to repair the aircraft. Maybe I have to buy a new one. I broke it, and that's the price I have to pay. Good. So let's open the starter. So the start valve is open, that's looking good. No scary sounds. Oh yes, of course. Scared me for a second. And 21, 22. Let's go. Come on. Good light off. And one coming up. No explosion sounds. Damn, I almost got a heart attack from the generator turning on. Okay, that's looking very good. That's looking promising. Starter off. Let's plan our pushback again.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I could please have your attention to review some important safety information. In preparation for departure, be certain that your seatbelt
Like
is
this.
straight up, your tray table is stowed,
Let's go.
your carry-on
Cockpit to
overhead
ground.
placed completely under the seat
This
of
is
the
ground.
overhead
Stand
bin.
by.
For everyone's safety, regulations require compliance with all lighted signs, placards, and crew member instructions. To fasten your seatbelt, place the metal fitting into the buckle and adjust the strap so it fits low and tight across your hips. To release, lift the faceplate of the buckle. Please review the safety instruction card in the seat pocket in front of you. It explains the safety features of this aircraft, as well as the location and operation of the aircraft flotation devices. Your seat cushions
Come on.
have been approved for
Okay, sir. The bypass pin is installed. All doors and hatches closed and all ground equipment is removed.
The parking brakes are set. You may lift.
Parking brake set. Lifting the aircraft.
Two-door exits at the front
So
of the cabin,
just rechecking
four overhead
everything is closed.
one-door exit and one tailcone exit at the rear of the cabin.
We are cleared for start and push.
Keeping in mind that emergency
Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake.
low-level emergency lights will illuminate. All exits are indicated by lighted exits.
Parking brakes are released.
Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
It will start in the sequence.
Let the flow of oxygen. Reach up and pull the mask towards you, fully extending the toxic tubing. Place the mask over your nose and mouth and slip the elastic band over your head. Pull the tab on either side of the mask to tighten. The plastic bag does not need to inflate when oxygen is flowing. Be sure to secure your mask first before assisting others. As a reminder, smoking is not permitted in any area of the aircraft at any time.
20%. Fuel on.
The laboratory smoke detector is prohibited by law. On behalf of the flight crew,
Good
welcome
light
aboard.
off.
We hope you enjoy your flight. Thank you.
And generator on. Pitot heat comes on now. All anti-icing can stay off for now. Packs can come back on. APU air coming off. APU generator coming off. APU coming off.
Okay, pushback completed. Please set your parking brake.
Parking brakes set.
Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft.
Flaps
Ground. Startup
13.
is complete. You may disconnect.
Roger. Good engine start. Cleared to disconnect. See you at the side. Have a good flight.
Holding position waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
Now let's leave that off for now. Okay. Let's hope nothing scary happens.
Auto brake.
Auto brake. We have the auto brake on. Oh. Turn it on. No warning, that's good, so we are set for takeoff. That's off. Let's extend the landing lights and turn over everything on once we enter the runway. Hello, transponder can come on. Strobes can come on. No warnings, except for ART in-up, which we had to turn off for the flex takeoff. So that's good. So once again, just talking through the departure. We're gonna take off runway heading pretty much immediately, doing a left turn towards 340, climbing to 6,000 feet. Upon reaching 6,000 feet, we're gonna turn left towards the VOR, inbound heading 160, crossing the VOR, descending to 3,000 feet until 9 DME. Then a right turn to intercept inbound radial 179, so inbound course 359 towards the VOR. Once we're on the inbound course, we're gonna descend towards 1,850 feet until 4 DME, looking to be fully configured until then. Then left turn about heading 325. One have the village with the pier on our left side, passing it at 1,100 feet. Then passing the radial 240 of the VOR at 900 feet, at which time we're gonna start the right turn towards the runway, having a look out for the white building, crossing that one at about 400 feet, and land. Good. Takeoff. So now it's kicking in a little bit more.
Takeoff thrust set.
It's a bit too much. And go.
Knots, cross check.
Check.
V1.
Go.
Rotate.
Damn the wind.
Positive rate.
That was a wing strike, maybe? Proper flying, don't worry.
Gear up, lights out.
Let's trim a bit nose down. I'm going to climb power.
Climb thrust set.
Also a left turn. Let's not violate Turkish airspace. Let's raise the flaps.
Flap 0.
Passing 200. So
Slats retract.
retract the slats. Nose up to hold our speed of 220. It's a bit excessive, we're losing speed. And coming up on 6,000, can already start our turn towards the VOR. Also coming off the throttle. Don't want to go faster than 250. And there's 6,000. And the radio is also starting to come in. We're gonna overshoot slightly. That's no problem. And we're still accelerating, so coming off the throttle even more. I can also start to reduce the speed, reduce the throttle. It's all gonna happen very quickly. Also, we got turbulent conditions today. That's gonna be fun. So pretty much crossing the VOR now. Goddamn, the weather is scary today. And we're starting to descend 3,000 feet. Yes. Let's put this to 0. Let's reduce our rate of descent and reduce our speed. Turn a little bit to the left. No, that was wrong. So a little bit of air brake. Slats out.
Slats extended.
So coming up on the turn, we start filling in some flaps. Let's continue to descend. 1.5 miles to go, and we want to have 3,000. Let's re-trim. 180 is a good speed. Flaps 11. But that's flaps, yeah. And there's 9 DME. Gear down.
Flaps 15. Gear down, 3 green.
And that's 3,000. Let's not shoot through that. Radio is starting to come in. Ten DME, 1 mile to go. Flaps 15. Oh, it's
Flaps 28.
flaps 28, okay. Gotta learn my notches. So that's 9 DME. We're climbing, that's not good. So that seems about right. Good. Set this to off. This is armed. And we're looking for 1850 at 4 DME. 3.5 miles to go. That's good. That's good for a 3-degree approach path. And let's reduce the speed just a little more. A little bit too steep.
25 minutes.
Let's check then. 1.5 miles to go, and there's the village with the pier. There's 1850. And we can already start the turn. Next up 1100, abeam the village. So about heading 325, more or less. We're flying visually. The visual reference is more important than the actual heading. And flaps full. Continue the descent.
Flaps 40.
This goes to 060. So that's 1100 coming up. Next up is 900 at radio 240. And let's descend further. And there's our white building. So 900, crossing the radio. And starting to turn. Keep the descent.
Caution, terrain.
There's our white building, looking for 400 feet.
Terrain. Pull up. Pull up. 500.
There's the runway.
400.
Still too high, bit too high. One red, 3 green. Four white.
Terrain. Terrain.
100, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Two in reverse.
Wow. I'm
Reverse
sweating.
lights out.
Holy fuck. I'm literally shaking. Oh my god, man. What an approach. Are you all doing okay? So, welcome to Samos once again. APU comes on. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. But we did it. Engine fire and all in the beginning, but we did it. And it was a decent landing, also. For the conditions being, I'm happy with that. And also the approach profile was pretty much on point. So no need to be ashamed there. Just a tad bit high on the short final. But yeah, on this particular approach, I'd rather be, you know, 50 feet high than 50 feet low. Let's get the generator on, let's get the air on. Let's take this parking spot. Oh man, don't overshoot. So, parking brake set, APU is running. Engines come off. Hydraulic pump can also come off. All that stuff's looking good, the lights are off. And the collision light off. Position light can stay on for now. This can come off. Seatbelt signs come off. This can all come off. The fuel pumps can come off. This can stay on for the moment. This goes to run. Galley power. We left that off for the flight. No one complained. Right. Let's open the door. Get out of here. Get out of here, guys. We're done. Oh, so you're leaving the airplane without the door? Okay. Oh, okay, people. What a troubled and interesting day we had. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I didn't thoroughly enjoy it because there was complications at the beginning. But once we were airborne, everything went pretty smoothly. Although we may have struck a wing on takeoff. Got caught by turbulence. Yeah, but apart from that, as always, if you enjoyed the content, consider giving the video a like and subscribing to the channel. And I'll see you next time. Thank you and bye bye.